Good evening, everybody, and welcome back into Pacific Drive. It's been about a week and a bit now. Well, just about a week now, yeah. And we're going right back in where we left off. As you can see, the car is in a bit of a state. The battery is flat. And the tank needs some work. Yeah, it needs a bit more work than we thought as well. So, mid-zone. I'm going to skip the rain out. The mid-zone's where we got into last time. If you can see. We only barely crossed into the mid-zone around here. Now, that of course gives us a bit of an issue. Being that, as soon as we got to the mid-zone, we instantly found the car was not equipped for us. Nope, real message. Oh no, not Morse code. I'll just take a picture of that and find out what that says later. Cool. Yep, I shall, not Google, I shall actually try and decipher that Morse code a little bit later. As to when that later is, well, we don't quite know. Could be tomorrow, could be the day after. I'll try and decipher it before tomorrow's evening stream. Oh, where were we? We were... Yes, so... We've had lots of stuff from the zone. We found out how to crack the wishbone, I believe, last time as well. It's all merged together. The wishbones being a overly excessively large, gigantic nut. Looks to be Brazil nut, as best looked at. Brazil nut, hazelnut, chestnut. Any of them, really. We've also found some rarer pieces of equipment, which has brought some other things to light. So I've done a bit of research between episodes, obviously. That being, panels and doors. So, as you can see, we have an arm panel in the front only, but the front left and front right panels have the exact same stats. They share. So, before we go any further into the mid-zone, I've decided it's time we got the car even more into shape. We're going to try and armour up the entire front of it, including the bumper. And the rest of it we'll try and split between that and radiation, which I believe has at least haunted me through that hot dust. That does a bit of damage to the car every time I go through it. Mainly because I just forget about it and go through it anyway. We've also got something wrong with our door. And the left door. Cracked. Ah, hell of a crack, yeah. So we need a sealing kit to start off with. We'll also make use of the Liberator as well. So, this... Might as well call it an episode, because we call it episodes on the YouTube. This episode is going to be mainly additional prep for exploring the mid-zone. Cool. Now, thankfully, we've got a lot of spare parts in our massive lobby here. Steel panels. Which one's worse? That back one. That's the old wooden panel again. We found it. Not found it, but it's been sat there. Originally from the front right part of our car, I believe. We see a door. Do that back door. Yep. Another thing we need to look into is these tyres. So, currently we've got a 50-50 split between off-road and road tyres. Being off-road in summer. From the looks of the middle zone, summer's basically useless. So, we're going to have to pull these two front new tyres... These two front tyres off, these two road tyres, and get some brand new off-road tyres for them. unless of course you can actually manufacture them, which you might be able to. Headlights as well. This headlight? Yeah. Cool. The car's already a bit better. Also, I've ran the battery damn near flat because... Actually, that's something. The battery's so low, well appears in the car. Any doors open. Wipers don't work at all. I've turned the car on, that work. No, it definitely works as that. Just left and right does not do anything. Because there are still 2 bugs with the car. Bugs and quirks. Cool. I've actually never run the battery completely flat. I'll do that quickly. Would be an achievement for all I know. And... Yep, battery's now completely dead. You had to put the car on drive before hitting the gas 20 times. Thank you, game. Well, wrong achievement, but still. Cool, we shall recharge our car. From nothing to full. Good as new. Thank goodness. Now we also need to put in... Oh, using leaded too. Refill our fuel tanks. Yep. Thankfully you can refill from either the side fuel tank or the gas cap. Now as for repairs, we might have some stuff in here. We've got roof floodlights, steel door. More peculiar equipment. Now, I have a little peculiar stuff. Everything peculiar you cannot fix. Also need to somehow do something like that dehydrated gold shell. Let's put all my steel or peculiar stuff in here. So, peculiar stuff is more so meant to be a sudden sort of just boost the car for a couple of runs. You can't run it forever. And again, none of the equipment on here runs forever. You get blowouts, all that sort of good stuff as well. And anything else in here? Got a blowtorch, which is a quick repair sort of thing as well. But we should be able to get some repair putty. We're going to get our car as much to full as possible. With the goal of eventually getting us to full armoured / resistant armour stuff. Now, how does the panel thing work? It goes off adjacents. So, every adjacent panel will get the exact same buffs as the panel next to it. Hence why the front left and front right panel have the exact same bonuses as the hood. Being 20% against impact. So there. 10% against impact, plus 9% against impact, and plus 10% against explosions, for the looks of it. So we're going to get the front of the entire car armoured. That includes the bumper if you can. The rest of it will alternate between armoured and not insulated. The anti-radiation stuff, leaded, that's it called, leaded or lead-plated. And that should hopefully, mind you, be enough to get the car into nice enough shape for the mid-zone. Now he's saying, if we're going to replace all of this, why are we healing it? Well, we don't know what we're going to come across out there. We might have some additional menaces to deal with along the way. As for the side racks, yes, they're easy to make, but I'd rather keep these ones going for as long as possible. Plus, we don't have repair putty anyway, so get everything repaired as much as possible. Not one use, we'll throw it on the wheel. It does basically nothing to wheels, but yeah. How's the engine? Engine's fine. Nice. Car's basically back to full health. We'd say car has health, but still. Also, we, last time, found out about Oppie's secret little room in here. Where we also got the Arc dock, which is an increased, or an improved version of the Arc device. Which we've installed. It just sort of sits over top of it. I think it's that little extra panel down there it adds. I'm not too sure. But that may give us extra capacity, extra ability to come back, that sort of thing. Yeah, know about that one. We found out how to open the wishbone gold shells, which is done via the abductors. Abductors being the gigantic things that try and pull away the big sucker plunger things. What are we doing? Oh yes, we need to go through to here. And we're looking at panels. And particularly arm panels. We need to scan a belching barnacle anomaly, which we haven't done yet. Arm bumper is the shaggy scrambler anomaly. Also haven't done that. And armoured door we can do, as well as lead plated door. Can we do lead plated panel? Yes, we can. And lead plated bumper, probably not going to do those. So, let's get ourselves the armored door. The lead plated panel. And the lead plated door. Can we get lead plated bumper or armored bumper? No. Lead plated door, not panel. Then we need to get carbon fiberglass from in here, I think, next. Do we? Reinforced headlights might be an idea as well. As much side lights. Ah, battery as well. That's something. We need a... not mini turbine. Lightning rod. We have that. Good. So, what about wheels? We have off-road tyres. That's also good. Let's get carbon fiberglass next. Because, along with the car we need to fix ourselves too. So, we have all of these things in here. Each of which will give us a hell of a lot of bonuses. And they do stack, apparently, because we've got, like, the grounded sweater and lead apron at the same time. So it just gradually increases our resistances to damage. And as you see, carbon fiberglass is one of the things that we need to use for things like the stiff shirt. We need 2 carbon fiberglass. So we'll get that and make the stiff shirt. There's all our new stuff. Lead platelets, that'll be an issue. That is fine. I think I know where those spawn. They spawn on the near side wall root stuff. Root stuff? Roots. And free candy. Right, so we can't get that stuff sorted yet. What we can do is make a Liberator first. Why Liberator, you may ask? Squires. Squires are the effective apocalypse vehicles you see around the zone. They're often based on the old police car type model stuff, but they're known for having armored parts, armored panels, armored doors, off-road tyres. There's two bonuses between those, which is with a Liberator, it places an explosive charge on a part with a single charge, I should add, not 6 of them, which I did last time, and wasted the entire thing. And it pulls off any panels you attach it to. Let's make 2 armored doors. Never mind, I'm out of something. What am I out of? Steel? Steel sheets. Yeah, cool, that's fine. Because we're going to do armored there, lead there, armored here. I'll pull off this door, you there, put you here. Now, whilst I sit there with the flare, we can start storing up steel parts as a random backup if we either need the parts or anything else. So I can live in there now. Actually, no, I lie. We need to go out to here first and see if this car is steel or it is steel. That's good. And there's stuff in the trunk. That's all handy. Now we need this. And get as much of the... Hopefully it drops steel panels. It should. Probably wondering why not harvest it. I don't know if we can harvest it, so I'm just taking it all up for scrap. Plus, it's all useful. In no matter the form of scrap it comes in. We'll always need the basic stuff, always need new stuff. Next, we have... I'm going to throw all my stuff into there. Another dehydrated gold shell. Dumpster. Good old friendly dumpster. He was giving us rubber, copper, more rubber. Any more? Scrap. Duct tape. Repair putty. Scrap. Duct tape. Any more for any more? Yep. Rubber. And more repair putty. Any more for any more? No. Double check. No. He's empty. He's finished his meal. So, next, we can make more steel. I think that was 2, because it didn't count that fast. Yep. I'll armour up this other back door. Cool. So, now we'll see all our doors have an additional bonus, aside from the trunk, which we will give its own bonus. And as for this, we now have enough spare stuff to just start scrapping. So we now need 3 additional. Cool. And 1 last armoured door. Which also takes us down to 6 thermostat. Thermostat being what we get from, I believe, the tourists. It actually moves them up there now. Fancy that. Looks a little odd, but sure. Of course, we can now actually throw stuff straight into the dismantler. It's called dismantler, isn't it? Deconstructor. So, car looks better already. It's got majority of its parts are all armoured enough, or they all share a bonus. So all panels have bonus. All doors have bonus. Next is our tyres. We don't need to do full off-road yet, so I'm going to try and get the 2 off-road tyres from squires in the zone. I'd also like to try and get some more stable energy, because I think we still need it for something. Yeah, we still need it for the lockers, and still need it for... Where else was it? Let's go up to the energy. Electrician's kit. Anchor. Insulated headlight. Soft floodlights will get, or multiple flare. Get the side down to nil. Nil points. We still need the normal stuff as we're getting it here. We should also probably start looking towards getting a new engine. I also might replace one of the side storages with a conductive thing. What's it called? Lightning rod. So lightning rod is side mounted, I believe. Yes, it is. So if I pull off you can go into storage. Storage and storage. Yep, that'll just fit nicely in there. Lightning rod. What will this do? This absolutely pathetic antenna. This will hopefully stop us from getting electric damage. I believe. Should say in here. Yeah, so capture energy, charge the battery. So it takes damage, our car shouldn't, and our battery gets charged because of it. Now, that's a lot of dangerous places. We need to go up to there. That is going to be quite the journey up. So, I'm thinking go to here. And scan literally everywhere. Off we scan there. Literally everywhere else. Cool. So scan those two locations, gives us a good view of everything on the map. Now we need details. For our panels and doors, we need to get... what was it? Belching barnacle anomaly. And the shaggy scrambler anomaly. Now, we've not found either of those, hence why there'll be mysteries. So we're looking for places where there are still random mysteries to get. So, like, here. No point in going to this sort of area, there's nothing to find. There is something in there, which we haven't found yet. That's, like, on the border. We've got an electrical anomaly there. Alongside the wriggling wreck, which might be a good idea. As well as some radioactive type stuff as well there. I'm going to say we should go up through each of these up to F2. That way we can hopefully find some more off-road tyres. Hopefully get some more off-road parts. Off-road parts. Parts to get the rest of this all tickety-boo. We also need to find out lead-plated stuff. Yeah, so if we look for... It won't appear as lead-plated stuff, but it should appear as like a additional thing. Sodium vapor light. Oh, it does appear as lead shielding. There is lead shielding. So... Zone receiver, gas station, large investigator... Lead shielding there with sodium vapor. And lead shielding there with sodium vapor. It's good. And odds exchange. So if we head straight up through there, we should hopefully get everything we need to start tackling the mid-zone. Hello. Now, what will getting our off-road tyres do? Well, to make us a little bit slower on the roads, But off-road will be hopefully pretty much set, which is what we need for the mid-zone. Now, I'm not going to bother like carrying 16 sets of wheels on me. I might carry an extra set of summers, but we shouldn't need to go too far. Okay, so Spark Surge Towers, the Warrens, so bunnies are plentiful. Bunnies are the things that will latch onto your car and suck power from it. And again, the Warrens. Cool. We've got something in there which we haven't scanned yet. Two things there we haven't scanned yet, including one which seems to be a non-aggressive. And lots of things up here which we haven't scanned yet. Yes, we can take the motorway up to that very end zone just to see what's there, but we're just looking for literally anything to help us at this point. The more stuff we find, the better off we are. The car apparently loves us driving. Spark surge, spark conditions. You are a normal car. One thing I didn't check was if we had filled our little bumper thing. So we need to go round down to this side. I'll then loop to the left, grab whatever that message thing is, and get back.
Sorry about all that mess with Oppie. There's no question, Oppie is a once-in-a-generation genius.
I've watched her manipulate wavelengths with nanometer precision without batting an eye. So, yeah, to see her go from being the sharpest person in the room to what she is now is disappointing. This place, it leeches away your sanity day by day. So for Oppie to live here in complete isolation, locked away with only bad memories and expired medication, nothing good comes of that.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better if I knew why she suddenly cares so much about the remnants.
So, if you didn't see the VOD from last time, or you weren't there to witness it, Oppie had a bit of a falling out with Tobias and... what's his name? Francis. This being because of an apparent connection she's began to have between the remnants and her potential accident where she lost her husband. Hello there, welcome in. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. We are playing some Pacific Drive. You've joined us on the first exposition of the evening, where I'm hopefully not going to get executed instantly. And we are trying to get some more parts on prep for the mid-zone. We have been there now, been there once, and it didn't go too well for us. We practically got the car destroyed.
Speaking of Oppie,
I need
Francis,
gears,
but I'm
gas
starting to
cylinders.
think we can't do this alone. Look,
It's going good, it's going very good.
that I doubt our abilities,
What
but no one
just
knows
happened?
the zone like that old man.
You heard what she said. She'll
Did you just
sabotage
throw
this
that at me?
before helping us.
Right. Well, she'll come around
Yep.
to our jobs.
No, she
And
won't.
that flare went
Nothing in the
somewhere over there.
20 years we spent in R&D proof that
So we've
she's
got a new
open to
scrapper,
working with
apparently.
anyone. She dug her heels in so deep that she wrestled everyone down into the
Thank you,
I
stranger.
I can't be involved if she is.
Yeah, how's it going with you? I hope you're doing fantastically on this evening.
What are you talking about? This is the entire reason we stayed behind. To write the record of the zone. Not about the experiments and the
We're also trying to get
technology,
some
but to tell the legends
more
of the
stable limb,
I don't want anything to do
just to sort of finish out the rest of the basic stuff for us.
I don't want to hear her goddamn voice.
Also, because we've got like 3 different random quirks with the car, I've got no idea what they are, can't figure it out. And we should hopefully have the upgrade to scan the car properly for us.
You sacrifice it all for
Some
honor,
tires
and how did they
burst.
thank you? With a black hole in your
Where's my
resume,
tires?
where you can't tell anyone what you did. You couldn't even tell people where you wiped your ass for 10 years. So no, I'm not letting this go. Not for me, but especially not for you.
That's not... Never mind.
You know, sometimes I wonder
That's a lot of stuff.
how much of you staying here was actually to hunt these legends, or if it was because you had nowhere else to go.
Try and use the rest of this thing. Finish some work. Whoops. And waiting for your client to reply. Oh! Well, I very much hope that all works out well for you. Here for a chill. Well, yes, by all means, chill as much as you like. My aim for these streams is to be community and casual. And literally everyone is welcome. I'm just gonna throw that. That's one hell of a throwing arm. We're on a baseball team. What else do we have to throw in here? Everything. And back. Why do I still have this in my inventory? Let's continue on. There is a thing down to my... That's a bloody... What's it called? Radiation anomaly? I forget. And there is something up here for us to collect. Nope. Stuck on the ground. Where is it? There it is. I started to play this game about 2 weeks or so ago. I have done a full sort of stream series on these so far. I play them on evening usually. So 9 until about 11ish, maybe slightly longer for feeling good. I played it once about 2 years ago when I first heard about it. And then it sat in my Steam library for absolutely ages, untouched. Since then, and since I've started streaming, I figured, why not use the opportunity to just share my path through the game. All the mistakes I make, all the random things I find, all the absolutely horrific moments where I'm scared of mannequins. And we have our new scannable, which is a research post or electric post. Let's have a little bump car setup. A charge stop. I have never seen this thing before. What do we have? Toolbox, Arda crate, actually give that flare. And fuel. Oh, it should be okay on charge for a while, plus we've now got our new aerial. Which is not an aerial. Got some thick mist coming in. And we're going to go down and around to collect that blue marker, which is usually lure out the zone. Got some fissures. We got a glorious amount of just radiation around us. Upgrades are surviving each run. Right now, a mixture of both. So we're in the outer zone at the moment, so we can survive here pretty easily. The hardest thing is just me getting jump scared by the tourists. Tourists being mannequin-like figurines or enemies, which I absolutely despise. As for upgrades, we just get those as we go along. So right now this is more of an upgrade run. I know there's radiation here. So upgrade run for now, but we'll be moving to more survival stuff when we move back into the mid-zone. I'm going to move down the hill. A very steep hill. Ow, ow, ow. Yep. Yeah, so just taking it like one little bit at a time for now. I'm still very, very much learning the game. There's a lot of things which I haven't quite cracked, so I'll call it an episode, so to say, but last stream I did this, I was attempting to figure out what on earth to do with the wishbones.
Poking around the edges of a void. When I look directly at my subject, nothing appears to be there. But as I tease around the edges, a shape begins to emerge in the null space. It is with great journalistic
I'm gonna say
integrity that I
probably
began
the
to find
fuel
those
tank,
edges.
side fuel tank,
But even then,
because I was having to stop and drain fuel like every other stop otherwise. The only issue with the outside fuel tank is, well, it's not volatile, as it won't explode if it's hit, but it does have very limited durability.
in lieu of no one having a personal account of Ophelia Turner, we turn to more
And-
facts in the periphery. In this episode, I dig into ARDA.
I think the best realization I've had so far was learning that
as well as the facts of limb technology itself.
tourists can be triggered by
Bear with me.
using
It's a partnership
flares,
of
lit
known
flares,
connected facts,
or sound.
slingshot from one theory to another. By now, you're probably
But,
starting to gather what the problem was with the very concept of limb technology. The rumors about limb were healthy and far-reaching, that it could solve the
Yeah,
world's
everything fuel-wise has been a help so far.
that it had alchemical powers to convert matter from one form to another, or would finally plug the technological gap needed to realize the long-dreamed-of perpetual energy machines.
My entire car's electrified at the moment. My lightning rod is working well.
Easy to conclude that no one technology
Yes, there is
can fulfill
more
all of
limb to gain in this area,
mankind's
but
wildest
we've got like another 2 zones to go, so we should be able to get plenty.
Promising all those things in one swoop.
Little bits here and there, it all adds up.
Any and all actual scientific detail about limb
As
technology
Tesco once said,
is kept
every little
absolutely
helps.
airtight. Every schematic, lab note, and mathematical proof that was allegedly smuggled out of the zone or recreated from memory was dissected by experts around the world. All were found to be well outside the realm of reality. And those scattered claims of rogue limb technology out in the world, they were
Yep,
all
there's all
red
the
herrings,
hot dust.
nothing proven.
That's why I'm getting my second half of the car being lead plated. So I'm going to be running a 50-50 build, so I'll let that adjacent parts of the car buff each other. So half will be armoured, half will be lead plated, so I should deal with most bumps and scrapes, explosions, tourists when I run them over. And then the hot dust and other radiation hazards I'll eventually come across. Tyre-wise, I'm running both off-road and summer tyres, front to summer, rear to off-road, to get a sort of sweet spot between where I can still traverse the roads quite easily, but also traverse off-road without slowing down the hills. We go up to F2. F2 being the exit for our route, as well as hopefully we'll find some of those like shambling wrecks and that sort of thing, which we need for our arm panel unlocks, as well as our insulated bumper unlocks. Insulated bumper, arm bumper. We've got another blue law bit about the zone. And it is now what looks like the evening. I'll just have more time now to use the battery. Ah, there we go. That is my darly need. That is a bollard. So cool because you'll smash into it at 100 miles an hour. I see a pneumatube over there. That's the green light, which I don't know how well that'll show up. And we need sodium vapor, which we need for an unlock. We particularly need those lead platelets. I did, yes. I made the basic designs myself and threw it through good old ChatGPT in order to refine it and make the glowing a little bit better, because I'm not the best with picture editing. I've been fairly happy with how it's all turned up so far. I don't think I'll change what my current design or scheme is at the moment. The starting soon ending soon, and break screens. That was all done through Canva, all but for free, and I will gladly recommend all of them. And the music you hear is from StreamTunes, particularly their Spotify, which is a free-to-use, DMCA-free musical playlist. My preference being the synthwave playlist they use, so every stream I've done will use their music, particularly the synthwave playlist. Fits my style, I enjoy it. And there's the tourists, which I still despise. I have what I think is called autonomophobia, basically fear of anything that looks human but isn't. So mannequins, that sort of thing. I find them just unsettling, and these guys will scare the hell out of me, just randomly. Thankfully, I've learnt this. A lit flare sets them off. And they drop things like plasma, which is very useful for me. I will blow all these guys up from a distance because of these electrical shockwaves they send out, which will damage the car if it hits them, or if they hit it. We will bring the car closer in case things get bad. Because the zone itself is volatile, it'll change in a second. Aside from the clouds of hot dust and gas, it could suddenly have a big storm and close in, going from stable to unstable to get the hell out of here, you're about to die. All these lead platelets. Yes, Discord server and stream. Not yet. I'm taking it slow with what I'm doing, so I've just got the YouTube up and running. YouTube being VODs and clips. And the emotes thing was going to be the next step after sort of just getting used to the whole streaming aspect. I do have plans to get emotes running. I just need to decide what I'm making emotes regarding or about. Be that my face, the icons, similar to the Twitch stuff, more unique. I just haven't quite figured it all out yet. But I'll get there. Sooner or later, I'll get there. Oh, I should check for fuel. Yeah, so the emotes are on a back foot for the time being, however I'll be looking into those eventually. I've never scanned the vehicles. Car frame. Really? I've never scanned these before? Yeah, I will eventually once the emotes are actually in place. I'll just take a picture of my ugly mug and throw it through the grinder a bit. Bit cartoony, see how that all works. Probably stick to the sort of blues and purples. I'll probably change my shirt for it and take a picture. And where is that? Down here? Hopefully. It is... Yes, down there, or up the hill slightly. Do I hire an artist fan? I have so far avoided hiring artists simply because I'm of the mind where I'd like to learn how to do it myself first so I have that ability in my skill set. Because as much as using someone else's work that they very kindly provide, I would like to have that information myself so in future reference, should I want to do a change and then available, I can do it. Is it a little weird? Yes. Is it cheap? Also yes. But it just means I'm not staying the same. I improve over time. I expand that skill set, and hopefully for the better. Oh, pre-steel door. I'll just mulch this. Yeah, cool. That's both off-road tyres. I'll store those when we get back to the thing. Yeah, apologies if you're going to make me an offer for things like that, but I'm happy with what things are, but I'd rather learn myself and mess up along the way. And try and get some self-improvement in there. After all, streaming's not just a journey for you, it's a journey for me. I've been given a lot of advice over the couple of weeks I've been learning and setting up. And I want to be able to give that back to the people when they need it. What do we have up here? We've got this place, which is radioactive. Cool, frequency file.
This is Frequency File, Episode 5. By this point in my investigation, the unanswered questions kept piling up. The depths I was having to go to, the mysteries upon mysteries, was making me dizzy. Many times, my hope dwindled. Was I getting anywhere with this? Or were the rumors sweeping me completely off track? One night, in a fit of desperation, I opened my reader mail and found the motivation to continue. And I thought, you're walking this same journey with me. And maybe you share some of my frustrations about all the non-answers. So indulge me this one episode as I lighten the mood and talk about the response to my work. A quick behind the scenes on the making of Frequency File. It was quite the uphill battle to make it to air.
Oh, the stream.
Only by virtue of my good work investigating the case of the disappearing banana slugs was this entire
Banana
series allowed
slugs.
to happen. And I was made aware in no uncertain terms that I used up
How
the
it was
entirety of my good karma.
mission. White parental cell. So I might work together. I appreciate your offer. Thanks very much for that. However, again, I'd like to trip on the stump myself before reaching outwards. So, thanks very much. I appreciate you not here to purely promote and promote your own work. However, I hope your work proceeds well and smoothly. Oh, it's a rabbit.
Your theories, your hopes,
Listen, it's a hare.
your love and hate,
Get off.
your opinions. I've sifted through the hundreds of letters
A
and
bolt
calls,
bunny. What the
and
hell?
here's a selection of the sentiment you've shared.
Oh, that's certainly new. Yeah. I do appreciate you being rather relaxed about this. Uh-oh. And we've got a windstorm coming through. My health is not the best. I should have a medkit somewhere. I hope. If not, I'm a little bit doomed. I'll actually stop here whilst the storm's a little far away. And see what we do have. Yes, we have a healing kit. What am I doing? That there. There we go, and that frees up some more storage. That's about, what, 90%, I think? 100? Ah, 99. Of course it's only 99. Damn you, game. You're teasing me. And we've got more tourists. I shall back up. The store has swung over to the centre of the map rather than to us. So we can disarm these freaks of nature ourselves. Go for you. And drops plasma. A material I'm dire need of. Was that it? I think that was it. Yeah. Oh, bollard. No, don't turn this on. Hello, car. I like how, as the games progressed, the car started to interact with the player more. So, player being myself. It's been a lot more forthcoming with its sentientness, if that's even a word. Let's go. Stop. Good. Need more of this lighting stuff. Glass shards bulb. And more lead shielding. This is not just for the car, but for us. We can wear lead-plated stuff and reduce how much radiation damage we take. Which damn near killed us but minutes ago. That and electric, so we need insulation stuff too. Anything worth in light housing? Doesn't look like it. Electronics are useful. We've got over here. Hopefully, this is where we'll find our... What are you linked to? Hi, one of you. Die. Don't like him. Still don't like him. I'm using impact hammer? Impact hammer. Oh, that's not good. Double spell. Well, time's up. Yeah, I said earlier about the zone suddenly getting very bad. Yep, that's just happened. We're now getting out of here as fast as possible towards that escape. All these beautiful, beautiful resources we shall no longer collect. I've never been caught out by the storm, and I don't intend to start now. Cool, execution. Battery's not charged. Explosiveness. I don't know what it is. And we have plenty of time. Didn't even need to rush. Well, we're out anyway. Also guessed that the random thing we did not know was... Yep, it was the Bolt Bunny. There was that one abductor type thing as well, which we haven't found. And here is the two radiation things, one abductor type thing I'm guessing, or the honeypot. Something to do with resource gathering and opening. And that is it. And Ida's exchange, of course. Hopefully we can actually take advantage of Ida's exchange. Ida being the random merchant who gets dragged about the zone, apparently. Selling her wares to just me, I suppose. Or Tobias and Francis, and or Oppie herself. Where are we? We are here. Is that a train track? There's a train track, isn't it? The Warrens. Rabbits, rabbits everywhere. I can see them already. How many are there? I'm gonna just... Nope. A hoppy hair. Or happy hair. Why? That gave me not much of anything. A happy hair. Any armor parts? Yes. I need to make room. Honestly, getting more storage will be a big bonus for me as well at this point. Particularly for steel. Thermos I need, steel I need. The rest I'll leave. Yeah, take all that. We need to get some... Hello car. We need to get some gas cylinders, which are useful for making impact hammers. Impact hammers being the only thing that can break through sort of dead-bolted doors, as we saw in the last little zone. And... plasma generators. There's a spike trap, don't drive over it. We'll puncture all our tyres. Ah, Minutemen. Of course. Minutemen, always helpful with getting your battery fully charged now. Not so much with electrifying things like our bumper, so if we touch it, it shocks us. The platelets, we need all of those to get our lead shielded parts for our car. Trying to get electrocuted. So I check this out. Yes, I think I should. Charge required 0.1 as well. So we're pretty close to getting our full charge. In order to get out of here. But presently we need to get... Aha! These. Which has got these chemicals. No gas cylinders. I need an impact hammer again. Please, game. I can't click that. And anything in this last one. Another scrapper. Is there another tourist around here? That's the second scrapper that's just been thrown at me. I don't know why or where it comes from. There's one over there, but surely doesn't have the arm to throw a scrapper like that. Surely not. And I do not have a pry bar. We'll lose the armored door. I'm fine crafting these. I've already got most of my armored parts, if not all of them now. It's just taking up room. You in there. Let's sort. Why? There we go. Rust pearl. I need a blooming pry bar. That's what came back here. And gear. Need 1, 2. Then we need pry bar, impact hammer. That should be everything back. Good. Oops. And yes, also now realise it's called a pressurised cartridge, not a gas cylinder. I think. Either way, next on a little journey through the zone is to get a little bit more limb particles. If I drive straight back. We can go up here and collect slippy roads, slippy roads. The rest of our limb. There's a big collection at the very end, which I'm going to go collect first. Purely and simply because if it all goes to hell, we can get out of here quicker with a larger bounty. I see a happy rabbit over there. And my god, you're flying fast. Hey buddy. Kick. And there's an airstrip over there. Hopefully that deactivates the rabbit. If not, we will deal with it later. I'll turn the car off. Airstrips. Now, airstrips send your car up. Ow. Oh, we landed. I'll say we're okay for lead platelets, we'll just get limb and get gone. This being why we want to have armoured stuff on the front. And also why I will go for probably insulated on the headlights. And... ow. Minutemen. Keeping our battery nice and charged. Oh joy, it's one of those. Now, that is a bad sign to say the least. This means we can get blown away. That thing. Oh, I missed hair. If I hit clunk, I won't be happy. You are up there. Pop it. Electromagnetic squall. Oh no. So my car's not driving itself. I'm not doing that. I saw them. I saw those bloody mannequins. And we need to go where? Up here now. That's a left, right, that's a rock. They're turning on the radio in the interference there. Now, what we do have is a flying hare, which has gone way up there. The wicked hare of the west. Yep, you can just die. Marsh eggs. Ooh, I need those. I did not realise the hares could drop marsh eggs. Where's my car? It's over there. Cool, we've got more stuff now. And we'll go backwards. To... where? I'm going back because I want to try and hit that near point. Come on now. Turn it off. I can't get far enough back without hitting all that stuff back there, so I shall continue onwards. Let's see what sort of things we can get. Turn those off. Birds. I will get more things over here. We have enough to get out at any time now, so we can be a bit more casual with how we go. Marsh eggs, gas cylinder. I don't know how we get the sodium out of that then. If at all. I turned it off again. Get that. I was definitely not looking when I was driving. That is a pufferfish. There's a spiked thing. I've yet to learn what pufferfish actually do. Hello. Pufferfish. That's what you do. You emit something that makes you fart. Good to know. Hello. Let's continue on down to see where we can get to. He'll toot the 6 to get past. Nope, he's not tooting. Oh god, tunnel. Right, okay, so we know where the thing ticks over, around up here. Ready, go. Get to the stable. Go on, car. You better drive fast. Drive, drive, drive. You're in danger. Thankfully, at some point, the rabbits of the storm turned on my headlights, so I don't have to. And out we are. There's Ides Exchange. So we've got half off-road tyres, we can go across the ways. Get to go even faster, because that is closing in pretty quickly. Into the gigantic hot death we go. Whee! Ow, hit a tree. And we're out. And back. With 4.3 stable energy. That's a lot more.
Oh, ho, 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 ho. You seen these readings, Francis? Gateway opens like blah, 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 and the car goes pow. Sensors go. Blah, 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 blah.
The Shuttlesphere, oh, it's my favorite part, isn't it?
I like him already. Is that a squire? It is! So the zone's apparently given us an abandoned squire in the back of our thing. And of course it's got bloody off-road tyres. Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? And lots of stuff in the back. There's an Arda chest if I'm not mistaken. And a fair bit in the tank. Yeah, this being our teleporter, which is what brings us back to specifically here. It's somehow linked to the Arc dock, I believe. And it prevents us from getting just warped anywhere in the zone, and it brings us straight back to that. I've never seen a squire there before. Let's get the rest of this stuff away. Oh, we've got a fax message. And lots of things in our back. In the boot, in the trunk, whatever you want to call it. There's this one as well. Why was I holding so many just electronics? Yes, yes, what do you want? Newsflash, Elmer, August 4th, 1969. Good year. Strange new footage has emerged that shows the legendary Bigfoot strolling through State Park near Elmer, on the Olympic Peninsula. Captured by a hiker who wishes to remain anonymous, the 88mm film is remarkably clear and unarguably depicts a humanoid figure of some size moving just within the tree line. Later we'll be speaking to local Bigfoot expert Beth Rosen, who liked the movie. Newsflash, Beth. Okay. So from 1969, which is oddly fitting, because we had a rocket launch mere days ago. So, yeah. Back to the moon landing as we are. And hopefully a moon colony. I should actually interact with this first, shouldn't I? Yeah, that the friendly dumpster thing that's checked off. Battery. Can. Putty. More food. More food. More putty. Be feeding both the car and myself. Thank you much, dumpster. More food. Wire. And... you're empty. Cool, so we now can get things like the powered boots and lead-lined lab coat. Falling resistance... and that's about it. Olympian fragments, what are those? Yeah, lead, that takes up all my lead platelets though. We sort of need to keep those. We can charge the battery first. Fill the tank. Our car's a little bit damaged, but we have a lot of repair putty. Our very friendly dumpster has very kindly given us some more things to survive and heal myself. For like, what was it, 1%? Let's just send the trunks open. Trunk, boot, damn it! I'm slowly turning into an American. This is a bad sign. Or a good sign. I dunk a dumpster pearl. Don't go into scrapper, please. Yes, you can. And from downtown. Nailed it. We'll say I nailed it. Whoa, that's a lot of steel. Of course my inventory's full. It's full of everything. I need to do this. Decal kit as well. Lots of good stuff from that dumpster pearl. Dumpster pearls are basically random assortments of just junk. So whenever you get them, instantly just scrap them, but of no other use. They're not customizable. I guess you can have a storage of them if you'd like, but I don't know why you would. And we have detailing station, so this can go into there. No, it can't. Where do you live? I guess all in here at the moment. I'm getting a good collection of all that, and all the paints. Lots of matcha paint. I could paint the car, eventually. Maybe? I don't know. I sort of like the blue panels and everything like that. I think when I replace all the panels on it, I will like actually properly replace it. The paintwork, I mean. Makes it a bit more uniform. Speaking of uniform, our old doors are good to go. But another thing to look at is we've got new tyres too. So let's get summer tyre off. Off-road tyre on. And same again with you at the back. There we go. Full off-road tyres. We are getting there. We are getting there indeed. As for these summer tyres, these can be shredded. My next thing to do will be all-purpose tyres, which is an A rating in everything, including water, because you do need to swim in the mid-zone apparently. The car does in fact float, but not like a boat. You will just not make it through water. Just about. Lots of rubber. It's probably about time we actually changed out those front tyres anyway, because they do eventually gain issues. Such as... Did I throw that at the tyre already? Apparently I did. Cool. Or I've lost it magically. We shall upload all of this into our fax machine. We can get all this later as well. You can pull it in and out as you desire. And one more. I've got a spare scrapper too. So it's just a slowly growing collection of lore. What's the button? R? There we go. So you can see all of our things just slowly stacking up. So like Poetry by Tobias, frequency files. Lab reports. Oh, I'll do it that way to sort it. Yeah, you do. There we go, it's now at least in some sort of order. That's gonna get frustrating later. There's no actual way to run through that. No, I didn't pull anything out. Cool. Blowtorch still. Sealing kit just in case you get a puncture. It's had that happen before. Large fuel can. This can get refilled. That'll be £4,000, thank you very much. Cost of fuel is nice and affordable this time of year. Said nobody ever in the past 3 weeks. That can all go up there, this can go there. I'm such a repair putty now, this can go into there. Ow! Actually hurt. Oh, it's because it's armoured. Of course it weighs more. I did not realize it would do that. And yes, you did just watch me bash my head repeatedly with a boot. I swear I don't do that normally. That's just sort of in the game. I've not personally done that at all. You can completely believe me. I've never banged my 6 foot tall, 6'3" tall forehead onto anything ever. Never happened. More thermosap. And steel. Give me steel. And more arm panels. Thermosap being the biggest resource of armor parts. For a tyre. I should probably get my off-road tyres on more permanently. So I'll have a spare one, get the spare summer tyre. Since we're moving over into the zone. Spare headlight, that's good. We actually need a new spare headlight. There's the left one which is damaged. Yep. As for the rest of those, what can we do? Ideally, we need to try and get some of those more rare parts, not rare parts, but those armor parts, things which will help us last a little bit longer. Armor boots might be an idea to get falling resistance. And we can get a few more things out of here as well. Being more not more but more storage. Anchor radar, I'm not too fussed about that. Also flare, reef headlights, biolight. Insulated headlights, we'll get that. We need a advanced workbench, which we have not got yet. We need arm panels, insulated panels. No, don't. Got lead panels there. Insulated door. Can we get our bumpers, lead plated bumpers? We can get more side racks and additional roof rack, as well as the other seat rack. Let's get fuel, back seat tank, expanded back seat tank, lead acid battery, high capacity battery, roof rack, resource radar, auto parker. Let's get that last side rack, just so it sort of evens out. And we can throw our last storage back on there. See, all part of the plan. All part of the plan. There we go. Back to our both. I like ours a different colour as well, rather than the exact same thing both sides. At least it randomises the colour when we pull it on and off. So it's brown at the moment. Oh, it's still brown. It's just the side it's on. So I've pulled this off, put this down here. This side, you're blue. Put you this side. It's brown. Yeah, it just changes colour depending which side it's on. Nice. I can go back into there. Next, we need to get backseat tank. Won't be an idea, to be fair. I've got 2.3 there. I need 1.5 for that. And parts locker. Unstable. Rapid fuel pump. Footed. Circuit board for investigator module. Last workbench. Fire headlights. Doors and everything. Olympium door, whatever that is. Anti-corrosive door. I can't run that. Seat rack for 2. Extra roof rack for 2. Back seat tank for 1. What else can I get for like 1.3 or something? Hydrogen for 0.7. I could start getting up here, fit like the ion shield and that sort of stuff. Or is it just the expanded locker? Let's get the seat fuel tank. We have a backseat storage already, so may as well make use of it. Because the further we can go, the better. And it looks like it has health, but I don't see why you'd ever need health out of it either. 61% as well. That's an extra, what, 100 and something percent, isn't it? It's like 150 something percent on it, it'll add. Now, does that actually change the car's fuel gauge? I think last time it did. It's the car's fuel gauge does change every time you add another one. Because before it was only 3 segments, then it went to 5 segments. Now it's like, what, 7? Yeah, it's a 7-segment display now. Oh, it's airdropped candy. And it loves us. So, what can we do with the drunken sailor? Engine's fine. We do need another engine, so the additional tanks we're fitting, that is all in prep of getting the turbo light engine, which is in here. Turbo light. It requires stable energy to get 4 exactly. Advanced work we can't do anyway. Has more health, less miles per gallon, but a lot more horsepower. So it goes from 126 to 196. So, just a bit of an upgrade there. Just a little bit. Let's get lead plated panels. You can't do arm panels yet. We should do lead door next, probably. 2 lead doors. Looks bizarre, but it should hopefully keep us safe. Steel door, we don't need you, so you can go into the scrapper. That was a god-awful throw. A plated door. This also is healing our car as we go along. So now, we're getting radiation resistance on basically all the front of our car now. So almost every door and at least the front 2 panels now have everything. The rear panels will be lead plated anyway. But what was that limp throw? Go. We need lead plated panels. We need 1 more steel sheet. And 1 more panel. Now, with that, we can probably look at replacing. Ooh, we actually have a little guard over our wheel now. To extend that and everything. There you go. So we're getting a little apocalypse machine now. It's armoured and lead shielded everywhere. Aside from those front two bumpers. Oh, I need to get armor panels, man. I need to get armor panels. That can go into the scrapper. This can go to storage. Because I like the look of the old panels. What sort of panel are you looking like? You're one of those custom built ones. Into the scrap machine you go. I want to keep the original parts of the car as much as possible, aside from, of course, all the non-painted stuff. So the painted panels I want to keep, is what I'm trying to say. So that gives us steel door. You're one of those. You can get put into there. It's all good for resources, but most importantly, that's just damn near fills our entire car up to maximum again. Yeah. Oh, actually, there's a limit for itself. I never realised that. So, repairing the car. Got the armoured doors to go. Yeah, so it's still taking a lot of armoured damage. But it's not as much as it would be. Not even close as much as it would be. How's this rear door looking now? Yeah, it all stacks as well, so the more stuff you bundle into one spot, the more it actually does, like, affect each part of the car. So you can see the trunk has plus 60% radiation. And the doors have a little bit of everything. Like, the bonnet and the front two wings will have the most protection along the front bumper. That's that bumper. We can't do anything with that, can we? Not yet. Get insulated bumpers. Insulated panels. Insulated doors. I think we're okay for the thingamajigs. Whatchamadoodahs. Thingamawhatsits. My brain will start working in a minute, I swear. It's not happening, is it? Nutrition kit we'll need. What was I going to say? Brain's gone. Never mind. Brain's gone. Ah, boots, make those next. I did Parker, that's more electric or impact resistance. That will take. And personal airbag. Take that as well. So now we ourselves are a lot more resistant to everything impact. Impact and falling. So hopefully that will save us when we get hit by an abductor, which did a lot of damage beforehand. Hopefully not anymore. The stiff shirt will take time. We need more lead plates again for anti-radiation. Pierce resistance. Anti-static gloves. That's the next thing. Plasma marsh eggs. Marsh eggs is a middle zone thing. Grip gloves. Also needs marsh eggs. Big backpack. Swamp coral. Fabric and lead platelet. So radiation will be the next biggest killer for us, because we've become very resistant to impact now. So the abductor, maybe the rabbits, the hares, that shouldn't be as lethal to us anymore. I'm wearing all that, cool. We're for an hour and 45 already. God, that's gone fast. Get all that back into there. Need a repair putty. Got all the way back up to maximum. Wheel panels, we need those arm panels. Bumper. Rear armor door. Rear bumper. And this armor door. Yep, there we go. Engine is still fine. It's very rusty in there, as you can see. But otherwise, not bad shape at all. Now, we need to find those 2 electrical hazards, is it? No, it's the Shaggy Scrambler and the Belching Barnacle. The only issue I can forthcomingly see is we're running out of places in the zone. So I scan all up here. Scans all of those. Scan all up here. Scans the rest of it. So those 2 points scan literally everything in the zone. Oh, we've actually found another entrance in, which we didn't have before. It's helpful. So I'm guessing we never actually had a visit to this place. We're up high, but not down to here. So, what do we have next? Tombstone. I'm going to guess the tombstone is the death mechanic, so if we die in the zone, which we might, it's... and fuel evaporation. Ooh. So I guess it creates a tombstone every time you die. Those are pickpockets. That's what those are. I've come across... they're like floating bubblegum, almost. Shaggy Scrambles are more dangerous, so that means there are Shaggy Scrambles there, I hope. So we know that those are in the second zone. There's one shock hazard in there we haven't recognised yet. We found everything in there. There's 2 out here we haven't found, which look like healing stations. 2 of those we haven't found. 1 shock. It looks like the next thing we're going to is the mid-zone again. Probably up into C4. Do we have enough stuff though is the question. What's that looking like? Lightning rod. It's doing okay. Tons of side storage, tons of corrosion resistance, not corrosion, radiation resistance, pardon me. I think, yeah. I think we go for the mid-zone. So we're looking at C4 as our next stop, which will hopefully get us connections up to C5, C3, D1 if we're lucky. If we get to D1, that'll be a blessing in disguise. Which means it's then a 3 points junction as opposed to a 4 or 5. Currently that is our only way up to D1. So yeah, C4 is our next most logical area. If not, it'll be C3 for the next motorway, because motorways cut down each travelling time by like half. So yeah, we're going to go from here to E6 to C4. How many quirks do we have? This is a good question. 4. I bet absolutely anything. One of them is you turn the lights too, you turn the wheels too much, the lights go out. No. and that's not causing it to go haywire. Ah, that's one of them. Did you see that? Did anyone catch that? Hint, hint. The door opened. I'll hit the panel. Watch. You turn that light on, that door opens. And we break it off, it's right behind us. I went inside it again. Get out of here. There's also, if you close the bit, it honks. Nope. Nope. Cool. So we can... I'll turn off the car and at least analyse that quirk first. So, for those of you who have not seen the quirk system, it works like so. You find a quirk, such as that, go into the Tinker Station. What's the problem? Well, the... what is it? Dome light switches on. Rear left car door opens. It is rear left, isn't it? Yes, it is rear left. I absolutely just did do the whole hold your fingers up and check. Would it be toggles then? Yep, so it toggles. I knew it was one or the other. As soon as I said open, it said 3 out of 4. Now to fix it, you need a mechanics kit. Since I don't use the dome light, I think it's fine there. It just stops more stuff happening to it, I hope. But I also don't know what the rest of the problems are. There's nothing for moving a panel. It can literally be anything to do with this car. So I've checked all the doors, I've checked both bumpers. Yeah, no, that's fine. I know that I've checked all the, like, going side storage, I think. That'll trip me out, I've just realised. Put this canister back into this side. I'll keep it on the fuel side so I can just go click in, click out, go down. Or click in, click out, go across. But we now do have fuel cans literally everywhere in this car. Let's fix it. May as well, we've got the equipment for it. Electrician's kit, mechanics kit. We have one now, so going to fixes. Fix quirk, yes. We chip balls. And it's fixed. Resolved. Cool. I shall double check that I've actually got all the random stuff out of here first. We do indeed. We've got MREs in there. I should probably get a first aid kit. Probably. What was that actually? That actually opens out. I never realised. Can we get a med kit? That's all. No, it's probably not complicated enough to do it on that. First aid kit. We'll get one of those just in case we need it. I can go into here. Sealing kit for punctures. extra scrapper because I was going to break soon. We'll stack up the rest of our repair putty. Fry bar's getting low. Steel panels we don't need, these can go into anything. We still have a wishbone gold shell. For those who didn't see last time, wishbone gold shells are opened by basically playing catch with an abductor. Abductors are the big floating things with the big green lights that go down. They will suction on to yourself, your car, or your... I'm even a lot slower, I've just realised. Off-roading might be the way to go from here on out soon. Where was I? Oh yeah, abductors will hit you with a suction cup and try and drag you away. It'll also lift your car off the ground, if it can. We will go straight through this zone into the mid-zone, which I'm not looking forward to. The whole point of this particular stream is just to get the car outfitted as best as we possibly can before we start properly exploring this mid-zone. We do need a little more stable, so I will stop by that outside... what's it called? I'll follow the ring road round, effectively, and get both of the junction stabilizers. I despise you with my entire being. Those unaware, I hate tourists in this game. Why? They act as sweeping angels, and I find them personally terrifying to look like mannequins. And where's the road? This is the road, right. I'm guessing I clipped something with that back right, what's it called? Back right storage. I really hope there's no more tourists around here. I hate them, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them, I hate them. I cannot say how much I despise the tourists in this game. So if that's too far. I also turned it off. Why did I turn it off? I said too far, it's not too far. I'm a massive, massive wuss is my issue. We have enough of that, so... Oh, God, it's these... Those are called fishers. Fishers send you up in the sky, as you just saw. Let's get going around. These off-road tires are already paying off in this particular area. As for resources, being that scrappable, non-scrappable, that sort of thing, I will attempt to hold... There's an abductor. I'm going to try and get away from it. Yep, there it goes. And it's put me into some trees. Ow. I want to go around this way, don't I? Yeah, so that was an abductor. And, yeah, this is what it says on the tin. It abducts you. I'm going to check this side quickly. I'm guessing the arm panel took the brunt. I will actually get some quick resources whilst I'm here. I didn't mean to throw that. So this is going to be just in case I make the dire mistake of breaking my pry bar or something. I desperately need it. It's not a lot of stuff, but it's just enough to I've got all the food I need currently. Just enough to keep me happy. I guess I do need to craft something in emergency. And on we go. I'm also still very much so reluctant to use my headlights. Not because it's particularly dark or anything, but the battery. If I have to recharge the battery off of... well, if I want to recharge the battery because it's dead, the car will use LIM. LIM being the thing which needs to A, get out of here, and B, upgrade our stuff. It's a very key and valuable resource I do not want to put that much stuff into. That's an art trailer. And housing. I'll check the housing. There's no alerts just yet, so we're okay to come and hopefully grab some extra things. Lots of good stuff in here. Phones. Lots and lots of tape. I didn't search in you. Fridge. TV. Nothing around the back, anything in this little outhouse type thing. Cooler. And let's go. There is plasma over there. I do need plasma, but I don't need it immediately. I don't feel. Hello. That took a solid second. That, however, I do want. That is a pneumotube. Pneumotubes being the primary communication method throughout the zone, as well as giving you decals, flares which are always needed, paint cans not as much needed, and I can vacuum out all of that. Sodium vapor light. Something's creaking, there's a big mist rolling in, more than I thought there would be. Let's get around the bend. This is indeed a junction. And try and see where that limb is. Is that left-right? No. That there is a watchtower there. Give me a flare, you would. Back there. Flare gun, that's new. I shall not be using the flare gun though. Dumpster. Let's get up here, stuck on the thing. I would appreciate it if the game did not then jump scare me with tourists. That'd be a huge relief for me. Bonk. Now, what do we have in here? Are the crates? Transmuter. Gears to road flares. I don't need gear. I don't need road flares. I need gears more so. And there is no additional things out here. Yeah, so transmuters will always take something about in response for something else. In that case, being a transmuter. changing it from a handy dandy gear into a not so handy road flare. I've got plenty of road flares, not so many gears. Now we run back to the car. How do you know where the car is? There's a compass at the top. Your character actually feels attraction to the car, being it loves you very, very much. The car loves you in return. And now we should get out of the zone. Well, this part of the zone. Before it gets much, much worse. How much limb do we have? Doesn't say. 1.4. We'll need probably around between 2 and 3.5, I'd guess, for mid-zone. And there we go. You go to C3 or C4. We'll go to C4. For that fuel drain, though. Oh. No, that was it. Shaggy Scramblers, that's what I needed. We need to go to C3. I got completely confused there between the two of them. We're looking for Shaggy Scramblers to get our armoured bumpers, I think they're called. Not called, but I think it gives the armoured bumper, not the armoured door or panel. Yeah, bumper, not panel. We've got the armoured doors already. My brain will eventually start working, either tonight or tomorrow. I've got no idea which way that'll be. But we are now in the mid-zone. This is our second journey here. Our first being the initial trip after you enter the wall. Now we've got a big old garage over there as well. And everything here is useful. Everything from the limb containers to the resources, the marsh eggs. I see a pneumatube. And even scanning. So, plastic power pod. Of course, this is all the more freaky to me. So I don't know what's going to be here. That's not what I wanted to click. Get out of here, please. There we go. It got me stuck in there for some reason. We're of course now getting radiation damage as we're stood here, hence the big warning symbol. I hated that noise. For those of us still here who have managed to endure my rambling, thank you. Here's an order. Thank you for somehow bearing to do with me being an absolute pansy next to some fictional enemies like the tourist. Workbench here, in all places. Also, yes, now this building's toxic. Chest, that's fine. Radio, that's fine. Telephone. That's it? That's it, okay. I'm going to throw this at tourists. Just screw the tourists. Go away. That was useful, actually. But I'm stood in radiation. I don't have enough lead shielding, which I probably should have grabbed. Ooh, gear. I need to go back to the behind me, pretty much. As for the Shaggy Scramblers, I've got no idea where those are. Or could be. Also, I've severely mistaken the length of my journey. I thought it would be... Oh yes, simply get out of... That is a Shaggy Scrambler. I guarantee it. Yep. That is causing issues already. Oh good. And let's get going round. Only a mild bump there. Another thing we need here is marsh eggs. Hence why we now have the hand vac. Ah, of course it'll be somewhere in there. And we've got a power tower over there. Power tower, plasma thing. Let's go off-road for a second. And see if we can find this. Yes, the inclinometer's going off. I can hear it. But where is it? What on earth is that? A pickpocket. Oh joy. What did you take? You stole a headlight. I actually pulled a headlight out the front of my car. There it is. I'm going to go back into the... Not... I don't want to do that. That's good. I'll go back and go around here. To avoid that pickpocket again, but hey, we found what those are now. We've actually had our pockets picked. Now this is what we need. Unstable limb energy. It's glowing red, hates us, and we hate it just as much. Now, because it's unstable, I'm going to set that as a sign to get out of the zone as fast as possible, as it summons an abductor over to us. Oh, I'll just realised what's happened here. There's a wishbone over there, I'm not interested. What on earth are you? Please don't get me, please don't get me, please don't get me. Cool, that's good. I don't know what that was back there. I'm not interested in finding out. I could go off. Didn't even realize my radio was turned on for a minute. There's a tourist. Oh, there's more. Oh, it steals battery. That's good to know. I'm going to get out of this zone, maybe. See how far it takes me away. So we've got evidence of the Shaggy Scrambler now. If we can get to the edge. Actually, are these glowing things something I need? They're everywhere. No, I can't use them. However, what we can do now is look at the shiny orange things on the floor. So, where do we hit the outside range of that thing? There, okay, cool. Back up. There is it. It's there. Cool. Select it and drive like your life depends on it because it does. Yep, driving. Don't you worry, game. That is bright. I wish I could have scanned that, but never mind. That's closing in like the clappers. I'll forsake some of my durability just to get out of here alive. Because currently, that zone is beating our speed. And we are out. If you didn't see there, the yellow did in fact beat us to the exit. So we wouldn't have been able to outrun the red if we tempted fate. And that is too unstable.
Nah, just you, me, and Francis. Peaceful, ain't it?
It is indeed. Ah. Now, what did we find from that little... Nothing. It didn't even work as a highway. Is that to be extracted rather than go through it? Maybe? I swear, getting to like these points gave us a highway first, unless... I don't understand. That's also giving us a lot of... Pardon me again? A lot of red. I've got a drink here. Hydration reminder for those who haven't drank already. You've been sat here for 2 and a bit hours. Much like myself. So that didn't work to anywhere else. C3 might still be our best bet. If I scan here again, yep, here again, gives us all the information we need. Turncoat, honk. The car's haunted in that one. Actually, there's more damage, that's not a problem. 1 second chances. So C4's at least able to traverse through again now. With just whatever health Turncoat does. Looks a bit faster. Functioning mess, noise is stronger. And so much red. I believe it was explained either 1 or 2 parts back. So 6 hours ago in actual terms of game time. That every time you leave a zone via an extraction, it causes that big red splat. I don't know why that's up there. Maybe it's because I've gone through an adjacent zone, much like these two. But those cause more volatile areas of anomalies. So, blackout, for example, is a condition. There's permanent night, or perpetual night rather. So, if I go features, yeah, swift storm, closes in right away. Yeah, or field evaporation. Bubblegum buddies are more aggressive. Bubblegum buddies are like the abductor, but rather than dragging you away, they just lift you up and move you slightly. Just like a balloon, effectively. Pick the movie Up. There we go. Bat sapping, anomalous clouds. I guess it's storms, that sort of thing. And Swift Storm, accessibility right away, yeah. Is it all just Swift Storm? That's all the red does. I swear I came to a zone which had Perpetual Night. Eerie Darkness, it's so dark. I think that was it, Eerie Darkness in this one. Something's moving, keep an eye out. I don't think I've seen that one, Intense Radiation. I haven't done that one either. Nope, they're the facts. When I see birds, are we sure it's the birds making noises? Well, we've seen birds recently enough. We saw them in the outer zone, at least. Not too sure about the inner zone. Or the mid zone, rather. I should probably turn the lights off. Yeah, turning does nothing, turn lights on. Turning still does nothing. Turn the engine on, does it do anything? No. Locking brake on. Well, off and on. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's not moving either. Quick anomaly check. See what else goes wrong with the car. Could just check to see if there's any additionals on the count. Nope, still the same with 3. I've got no idea what those 3 even are. I found no plausible explanation. That's potentially the worst wreck I've ever seen. Oh, and the one thing... Oh, there's a scrap panel there and a few tyres. Maybe not the worst then. I've seen some pretty bad ones. Charge battery. Yeah, battery power is going to become an issue again, I feel. In terms of repairs, though, we're doing pretty okay. Then, around here, that's also full. Empty. You just got that. And you've got all this. Hot cocoa sticker. So the stickers and everything go into your detailing station. That's not a sticker, that's a light bulb. Why am I holding a light bulb? Must be having a bright idea. We've got 7 of them, which can't stack anymore. Also, it's just not accepting the stack out of that. Yep, there it goes. Where has that gone? It's still there. Into the fax machine with you. Close. Thump. What else have we got in here now? We've got... I'm keeping like the space whip on here, because I just like it, plus the launch recently. Dragon's Tooth Arena, I like the UFO because it has the car being sucked up. The wheel... How does that look? Just clunky and bizarre. Wheel... Spaceship wheel? Now let the car's classic wheel. And this lot. Gear stick. I like the classic shifter as well. The prop is the one I've got on currently. Raspberry, wishing star. Oh, cocoa sticker. Yeah, it's alright. Those are the two stickers on the back on the window. Melik HT. Oh, I clicked the door to close it. Heal. And oh yes, we can go check out and get some armored stuff now. Being the armored bumper, I believe, which uses unstable energy. What do we need for the next tier? We're close to that actually as well. I think I'll take the bumper. It's also due to start looking at the batteries. Mobile workbench. That would be very helpful. We're just short on stable energy as well. Not the best. And workbench Mark 2 for that as well. Let's just get the bloody armor bumper. Stop faffing around. Get progress on the go. What else do I need? Ooh, I can make the expanded locker again. And the parts locker. Parts locker might be good. So I've got a lot of spare parts, but I'm not using them. Well, partly for good reason, but yeah. Brits Mark 2, magnetic hammer. Radar. Thermal hand vac. All-terrain tyres. So, I'll get back into that. Every tyre has a rating, as you can see at the bottom. So you've got A and C for the spare. Double A, C, C for the summer tyre. B, A, and A for the off-road tyre which we're using now. And A for everything on the all-terrain. There's of course the paddle tyre, which is a B rating for road, C rating... well, sorry. C for road, B for off-road, and double A for water. I don't think we'll actually ever use it. And the puncture-proof, so it never gets blown out, never gets flat, which is good. It means that the spike traps, effectively the caltrop anomaly, that won't affect you at all. But it's the same as a summer tyre, which is not too useful. The power grip could be more useful. Analyze and traction. Oh. There's new things like seat rack, roof rack, we can't get. Extra boot space, a trunk in the trunk. That might be more useful actually than everything else combined. 8 steel sheets, oh, I'll need 5 more. I'll get the trunk in the trunk because storage is becoming an issue. A big issue. Our bumper. We need 8 of those total. Let's get the trunk in a trunk. Now, how good is this? Maybe I should remove everything out of here first, just in case it deletes it all. I can go there. There. I stuck my toe on the thing, I think. Trunk to trunk. That's much better. That's much better. I can actually see out the back window again now. Before it was almost impossible. So that'll make life far, far easier. Put all this into here. Let's get medkit into here. I'm leaving the gap along the bottom for things like detailing stuff. That's why there's a gap. Definitely not just being lazy. That's how I'm putting things. One thing I'm running low on is flares. Do I have more flares? Not particularly. Minute 15 seconds for each flare. Next is the armoured bumpers. So we can't make arm panels yet. But armoured bumpers we can. Need 3 steel sheets. And particularly for the front bumper. That's clunky, but sure. We'll take it. This steel bumper's pretty good. Look to the back, maybe another armoured bumper? Maybe? Such a ridiculous look on the front. Yeah, let's go get another armoured bumper for the back, I think. That way we get armoured front, armoured rear with the lead plated additional. Because more often than not, I'm reversing into stuff as well as driving into it. Just need 3 steel sheets. Armoured bumper. And we're out of thermos, I believe, as well. Nice big beefy bumper. That is what we like. One more steel. Did they make one too many steel sheets? Probably. Sounds like something I'd do. What else is the other thing we're looking at? We're looking at insulated headlights. We can't do those. Insulated bumper. Nah. Insulated door. Battery. That thing. Mobile workbench. Tires. No. This we need 5 steel sheets for. We'll get an extra locker as well. That was the other thing. And we have got 2, 5. I've learned that you don't need to hold it down as well. That's another little thing which I picked up. 6 steel sheets, not 5 of them. And that should be as much as we can get within reason currently. No more in there, so it's just here next. Big old locker. And that is solving our storage solution. Sorry, our storage issue with a solution. Let's get these out of here. With the impact hammer in there, let's go to here. These 2 into there. Food, that's fine up there. Probably put the food in the car. Emergency food supply. Genshin Impact players, eat your heart out. What are we looking like on here? are looking pretty good. One full health. Friendly dumpster next. Any more repair putty? Tree candy. More tree candy. That's new stuff. Putty. Putty. Scrap. More putty. More scrap. I'm moderately concerned about how much putty we're getting. Can we cheeky? No. What about in here? Nothing. We're low on fabric. Very low on fabric. Red balloon. That's where you ended up? I threw you right into that back corner? I'm sorry, transfer trunk. You didn't deserve it. You probably deserved worse. I think... Actually, one thing we'll do for the last part of this, because we're approaching... almost 3 hours. Let's get some painting done. Let's go for... What's this matcha paint? Might as well use it. Does it look weird? Yes. Hopefully we'll to see it at least. I'll paint my engine. I think I did paint the engine at some point. Chassis. And front bumper. And we'll do each wheel as well. Give a sort of deserty type of look. There we go. Bright matcha coloured car. God, you look weird as hell now. Oh, yeah, 2 headlights. I'll use it best to just on the bonnet. There we are. Yeah. I have to paint the side storage as well. No. Oh well. That looks pretty good. Now we need some repair putty, which we got a lot now. Always a dangerous sign. Bumper, door. For the door, see a tree. Next to abductor. Probably this door, isn't it? Yep, there it goes. Let's do our lightning rod. Side storage 1. Side storage 2. And this tyre. Which tire's the worst? They're all okay, actually. It works well. We've got 3 things still to fix, eventually. But I think what we'll do is end it off there. We've done a fair bit more exploring. We've started to get into the actual meat and bones of the, or meat and potatoes. So we shall end at this point now. Looking at our now Frankenstein's machine. Actually looked at the Ghostbusters mobile. I like it. Let's look for someone to raid. On here. You all... Oh, it's literally me and one other person. Fantastic. Oh, we'll raid them. That's not the right window to be in. This is... We are... Weaselet. Yep, cool. I can read apparently. Let's get that raider going. Well then, thank you very much for joining this episode. The recording will of course be put to YouTube as a full VOD. I may actually get some clips from this for the first time in a while. Thank you for watching, take care of yourselves. Farewell.